So I gotta ask, has there ever been a guitar player that you just straight up avoided all of his riffs? Because there has been one for me. And the reason was honestly, earlier on, when I was, first started playing guitar, I was warned about tunings, all these different tunings, open tunings, all that stuff. You don't want to mess with that. You want to play in standard tuning. And you know what? I never did. And now, finally, 13 years later, I'm ready to learn some of his riffs. Let's go. So obviously, I'm talking about Keith Richards. Now, before we get going, I do want to note that I'm not trying to play any of these riffs note for note. I'm just getting the general idea of them. Anytime I learn someone's stuff, I never try to copy note for note. I just like getting the idea of what they're doing, and I just kind of like run with it from there. So I know there's a lot of like keyboard perfectionists out there, and by all means, upload your own video. But I'm just playing the riffs to have fun and hopefully avoiding copyright in the long run. So now that that is all out of the way, let's talk about this for a second. Now, like I said, whenever I always loved the Rolling Stones. I love the riffs and all that kind of stuff. But I remember I was always warned about the fact that Keith Richards is always, well, pretty much always, in open G tuning. I was just kind of like, oh, what does that mean? And everyone was just like, oh, I hate tuning one guitar. Because obviously, growing up, I only had one guitar the whole time. And I never really wanted to tune it out of tunings. And actually what happened is I tuned open one time and I tuned the string the wrong way. I tried to tune up to it. I can't remember what string it was. I think it was the E or something. I don't know. I was a dumb kid. I don't know. So I ended up breaking a string where I needed to be tuning down, but I tuned up by mistake. And I broke the string and I was like, nope, no more open tunings, because then I had to save up and get a pack of strings, and it's a whole process at that point. So I just kind of wrote it off, and then years later I remember I looked at it and sure enough it was all in good old open G tuning, and I was like, nope. And finally, last week, I was like, you know what? I want to learn some Stone stuff. And I finally tuned to open G, and I was like, this is awesome. Now, it was awesome. I cannot believe I've avoided open tunings this whole time. This has been really, really fun. I've never messed with them, to be honest. I think there was one other song a long time ago that I tried learning that was an open, it was like a dadgad tuning. And other than that, I just kind of I was like, nope, not for me. So I have been just messing around with this stuff constantly. And literally, as soon as I got it going, I came up with this little riff. And what happened was I was using the Axe effects, and I tried to turn on a different effect, and I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on a multi-delay, and then this is what happened. So now that I've learned some of these Keith Richards licks, I've quickly learned how amazing he really was. He really is kind of the embodiment of taking, I don't want to say a little, because not Keith's a legend, but really just working with what he had. This open tuning, a couple different chord shapes, and he was like, you know what, I'm good to go. And as if that wasn't cool enough, turns out there was a couple songs in standard tuning. sweet standard tuning. Whew. Feel like I was on vacation and now I'm back home. Now, actually, you know what? I don't know if Satisfaction was standard or not. So Beast of Burden was another one that I always loved, that just the whole riff, the whole vibe. I walk for miles, baby, my feet are hurting, never. It's so good. But I always, again, thought it was standard, I mean open tuning, but it's actually standard. It looked like a lot of people comment on the fact that it was standard, and he did something that was really, really cool here. And, you know, not that I have it down perfect, but this really cool, just essentially doing this B major and going right to an E major. And then right back to that B. So that it has that little. And basically goes to a C sharp minor. Then he goes to an A. So all together you have B, E, B, C sharp minor, and then you go back to that A. And it's so cool. It's awesome. I love it. So that was that one, and you know, I guess that's kind of where we're gonna wrap things up. But I've really enjoyed learning some of this stuff. I thought it was really, really cool. I've always been asked to play Stone stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to play any of it because it's all in open tunings. Well, guess what? Telling myself this, it's not all in open tunings, and don't be such a little wuss and tune to open every once in a while. So, so that's a mental note to myself. And I think we're going to bounce on out of here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's a guitar player that you have avoided who all of a sudden you learned this stuff and it was just so fun. Like, so learning all these Keith Richards licks and riffs and stuff like that, I'm just like, man, why did I avoid learning this for so long? It's really, really cool. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's been a lot of fun to shoot all this different stuff. And, you know, like I said, I've pretty much decided, and I guess I'll throw this here at the end, with some of these videos, like the Jimmy Page one and this video and stuff like that, it's hard because YouTube's copyright claiming so much stuff now, but if I feel really inspired to make a video, I don't want to let the thought of, it's like, well, this video is not going to make anything. I don't want that to get in the way of me wanting to make a video about someone, about a guitar player who, you know, is really good or influenced me and stuff like that. So I'm just going to let some of these videos, you know, be in the kind of category of it is what it is. If it gets a copyright claim, that sucks because the videos are a lot of work and it's not going to make anything. But if it doesn't, you know, I don't want to let that stop me from making the videos that I want to make. So I'll end with that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the videos. And if you haven't, I guess you hit subscribe if you could. I always forget to, I don't know if I've ever asked that in a video, but if not, if you could, it'd be great. So other than that, guys, I'm bouncing out of here. Have a great day. I will see you later. Peace. Let me get all the bad notes out. Okay. Alright, I got... Okay, I had a few bad notes left in there. Okay, ready?